So today's tutorial should be on is on Python output. So Python output is just we're going to talk about how we are going to be able to display our results. Let's say text, numbers, and booleans. It sure depends. So it depends, but mainly we're not talking about text and strings. When we reach to other you know other other data types, we'll still talk on how to um output them, but it's basically always the same thing. So talking about how to display text and string, and this is what we'll be using throughout the whole videos, like mostly on the videos. So this is what we're going to be using. So brace yourself. So we're talking about um a Python function called print, and this print is also used for printing out our results, text, numbers, you name it. So this print is an inbuilt function. It came with Python, so it's an inbuilt function which we'll be using to display our our results. So going to our text editor, so I will not have too much long talk. Going to our text editor, we already have a file created called output.py. So you create yours like I taught in the last video. So I'll type out print. So after typing the print, we put the two brackets, the opening and closing of the bracket. So in between these brackets, we put what we want to print out. So print output. So they're almost like the same thing. So put what we want to print out. So putting what to print out, I want to print out a name. Let's say David. So put David. So this is called a string. So any text or number is enclosed in inverted comma, let's say double quote, or single quote, single opening and closing, or double opening and closing, that is called a string. Whether it's a number or not, as far as it's in the single opening and closing quote, or double opening and closing quote, so that's a string no matter what. Even if I say David is 60, this 60 right here is seen to the computer as a string. So bear that in mind. So we'll be printing out this, and we'll come and type our Python, and we have output.py. So press enter. So press enter. As you can see, David is 60. So that's it. Then that's for string. So string will have double quotes opening and closing, or single quotes open and close. So let's try for single quotes. Let's say print David. So automatically putting this print here in this next line will automatically print a new text on the next line instead of continuing from this other line. So let's see that, and we press this. As you can see, printed the next output on the next line. So you can actually separate two texts and print them side by side and still combine them together. So I'll show you an example. Let's say print, and I start a sentence. Start a sentence. I am not sure. And we want to complete the sentence with another text. We give space, and we put the plus sign. You can either use this plus sign, I think it's for concatenating or string, like combining strings together. That's what it means. Then we'll say I am not so. I will put I am red. Maybe I am black. No, I am tall. So I think this is it. So as putting this will combine, this plus sign automatically combine both of them together. So this plus sign for string, it combines the strings together and make like one whole string without giving any space. But if we use this plus sign for numbers, it adds them as your normal addition in mathematics. So as putting this, we'll be pressing this. As you can see, combines both of them without a space. As you can see, there was no space here, so there was no space. It combines everything together without any spaces. But we can also still combine strings again with another method, with another way, with another sign, using the comma. So I'll be rewriting another text. I am Tonia. Yes, and let's say we press comma and put in another string again. I am short. So the difference between these two now is that this comma automatically adds a space. This comma automatically adds a space, but this plus sign just combines them together but without any space like there. So as putting it, as you can see, it gives that space here at the beginning of I am. As you can see, there's no space. It gives that space. Then let me remove the space. You see that it still does not make any distance. So it gives that space. You can see this one plus sign, even though I should remove the space or add them, it does not still make any difference. As you can see, there's no space here. As you can see, between also and the dots, there's no space. So that's that for combining string and also printing out string. So we'll be heading to printing out numbers. So I need to print out numbers just like your normal numbers. We don't need any inverted comma or quotes to put the numbers. So printing out numbers, this want to print out 56. Then if we should run this code, it will print it out as 556. So as you can see, that's how to print out the numbers. So we'll be heading to printing out numbers and text. So to print numbers and text together, like I said before, once the number is in quotes, it's not recognized as a number by a computer, but it's still print out number, but it's not recognized as a number. You can actually use that number to do any stuff you can do with numbers. So to print out text and numbers together, we use this sign, either the plus sign or we can use the comma. But advice, yeah, we don't actually use the plus sign for it. We use the commas mostly to combine them. So we're using the comma here for this example. But if you can actually try, you can try the plus sign and see the error it gives or any output it gives. But to combine, text and numbers to give a meaningful output, we use the comma. So we write I am, let's say I am not so, and give a comma. Let's see, I so I want to write my age. Instead of putting 60, I will put it outside as a number because I am 60. Let's say, let me just calculate my age. I am 30 times 40. So this will output a number. So this also works. So this will just output a number. So I am 60. I am 1200. So that was to print out. So as you can see, I am 1200. As you can see, it printed that out. But if I should put this in inverted quotes, it just prints this out as text. So let me do that, and as you can see, it prints it out as text. It doesn't actually do the arithmetic 40 times 30 like I said before. So that's that. So printing out numbers, you can just do some arithmetic for each print out number. Let's say 50 minus 20, and if you need to print out the results, it prints out the result. That's 30. You can do a lot. I think 50 times 30, let's say plus sign, it's print out 70. As you can see, 70 is here. Then let's say division. Yeah, let's do division. So we're doing division with the division sign, that's the forward slash. So printing that out, as you can see, 2.5. So that's that. That's for printing out text and numbers. So there are a lot more that we can see print out, let's say for variables and so on. So we will see that when we talk about variables, we're teaching how to output variables and all. So thank you.